Did you know that some common foods could negatively affect your longevity and health? With my experience as a nutritionist who has worked with hundreds of older adults, I've seen firsthand how diet plays a crucial role in maintaining health as we enter our 70s and beyond. I once had a 72-year-old patient who came to me struggling with heart issues and memory decline. After we adjusted her diet, her heart health improved significantly, and she felt sharper and more focused every day. This shows how the foods we eat can transform our lives in powerful ways. In today's video, I'll share the foods you should limit or avoid to live longer and healthier, along with practical tips to make these changes easy and stress-free. Let's dive in and start living better every day. Don't forget to comment with the city you're watching from, like this video, and subscribe to the channel for more valuable advice. Speaking of the power of food, let's start by understanding how our dietary needs evolve in our 70s and why making smarter choices now can lead to a brighter, healthier future. 1. Navigating dietary needs in your 70s. As we grow older, our bodies go through changes that can affect how we process and absorb nutrients. By the time we reach our 70s, our metabolism naturally slows down, which means we don't burn calories as efficiently as we used to. In fact, research shows that after age 60, our calorie needs decrease by about 10 to 15% per decade, making it even more important to focus on quality over quantity when it comes to food. One of the biggest changes I've noticed in my patients is a higher risk of nutrient deficiencies, especially in vitamins like B12, D, and calcium. According to the National Institute on Aging, nearly 40% of adults over 65 don't get enough vitamin D, which is crucial for bone health. Including foods like fortified cereals, leafy greens, and low-fat dairy can make a big difference. At the same time, our digestive systems become less forgiving. That's why smaller, balanced meals filled with whole grains, lean proteins, and fresh vegetables are easier on the stomach and more effective at providing the nutrients your body needs. Now that we understand how our nutritional needs change with age, let's take a closer look at specific foods you might want to limit to support better digestion and overall health. 2. Foods to limit for digestive health. Over the years of working with older adults, I've noticed how sensitive our digestive systems become with age. What might have been easy to digest in our 40s or 50s could suddenly cause bloating, gas, or discomfort in our 70s. Recognizing which foods may be harder on your stomach and adjusting how often you eat them can make a big difference in your comfort and overall health. Take beans, for example. They're packed with protein and fiber, which are excellent for your body, but they also contain complex sugars that can be difficult to break down, leading to bloating and gas. Black beans, lentils, and chickpeas are common culprits. I had a patient named Barbara, 75 years old, who loved her lentil soups, but often complained of stomach issues afterward. By reducing her intake to once a week and soaking the lentils overnight before cooking, she found her symptoms improved significantly. Pairing beans with gentler foods like rice or sautéed spinach also made digestion easier for her. Another group to watch out for is cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, and Brussels sprouts. While they're loaded with vitamins and antioxidants, their high fiber and sulfur content can cause gas and discomfort for some people. Cooking these vegetables thoroughly by steaming, boiling, or roasting can help. If even cooked versions bother you, consider alternatives like zucchini, carrots, or green beans, which are easier on the stomach. Certain fruits can also pose challenges, especially those high in FODMAPs, natural compounds that can cause bloating in sensitive individuals. Apples, pears, and watermelon are frequent offenders. For example, a patient of mine, John, loved eating apples as a snack, but found that they often left him feeling bloated for hours. After switching to bananas, blueberries, or strawberries, he was able to enjoy his snacks without any trouble. If you love apples, try peeling them and eating a smaller portion to see if it makes a difference. Dairy products can also become problematic with age. Many older adults develop lactose intolerance, which means their bodies struggle to digest milk, cheese, and other dairy products. Symptoms like bloating, gas, or diarrhea can occur. Instead of regular milk, try lactose-free milk or plant-based options like almond or oat milk. For cheese, aged varieties like cheddar or Parmesan often have lower lactose levels and may be easier to tolerate in small amounts. Fried and fatty foods, such as French fries, fried chicken, and donuts, are also tough on digestion. These foods take longer to break down and can cause acid reflux or discomfort. Instead of frying, try baking, grilling, or air frying your favorite dishes for a healthier alternative. Another often overlooked factor is portion size. Even healthy foods can cause discomfort if eaten in large amounts. For instance, eating a big bowl of beans and broccoli together might be overwhelming for your digestive system, but smaller portions spread throughout the week are more manageable. Hydration also plays a significant role in digestion. Drinking enough water helps your body process food and reduces constipation, especially if you're eating high-fiber foods. Aim to sip water consistently throughout the day, rather than drinking large amounts all at once. When you're mindful of these dietary adjustments, your digestive system can function more smoothly, allowing your body to absorb nutrients efficiently. This not only supports your overall health, but also helps maintain a sharp and focused mind. Let's move on to explore the foods that can keep your brain in top shape as you age. 3. Foods for optimal brain function. Our diet doesn't just impact our bodies, it also has a profound effect on our brain. What we eat can influence how well we think, remember, and stay focused as we age. I've seen this time and time again with my patients, and I want to share some specific foods and habits that can help protect your brain and support cognitive health. One of the most powerful foods for brain health is fatty fish, such as salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for brain function and reducing inflammation. A patient of mine, Eleanor, struggled with forgetfulness in her early 70s. When we incorporated salmon into her meals twice a week, paired with a handful of walnuts, another excellent source of omega-3, she noticed a significant improvement in her focus and memory. If you're not a fan of fish, consider taking a high-quality fish oil supplement, but always check with your doctor first. Berries are another must-have for brain health. Blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries are loaded with antioxidants that help protect your brain cells from damage. I often suggest adding a cup of berries to your breakfast, whether in oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothies. One patient, George, started eating a mix of blueberries and strawberries 3 times a week as a snack. Within a couple of months, he felt more mentally sharp and energetic, and he loved how easy it was to fit them into his routine. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are also brain-boosting foods. These greens are packed with folate, vitamin K, and antioxidants that support memory and slow cognitive decline. If raw salads aren't your thing, you can easily sauté spinach with garlic or add kale to soups. Even a small serving a few times a week can make a difference. Hydration is another critical, yet often overlooked factor for brain function. Even mild dehydration can cause fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and memory issues. Drinking enough water throughout the day is key. If plain water isn't appealing, try infusing it with slices of cucumber, lemon, or berries for a refreshing twist. I tell my patients to aim for at least 8 glasses a day, but adjust based on your body's needs and activity level. In addition to these specific foods, spices like turmeric can also work wonders for your brain. Turmeric contains curcumin, which has been shown to improve memory and reduce inflammation in the brain. You can add a pinch of turmeric to soups, stews, or even a warm glass of milk for a comforting and nutritious drink. It's not just about adding foods, it's also about how often you eat them. For example, including fatty fish once or twice a week is enough to reap the benefits, while berries and leafy greens can easily be added to your diet 3 to 5 times a week. Small, consistent changes are far more effective than trying to overhaul your diet overnight. Taking care of your brain through food is one of the most rewarding changes you can make. When combined with a healthy lifestyle, these choices can help you stay sharp and focused well into your later years. But a healthy brain also needs a strong heart to function at its best. So let's move on to the foods that can support your cardiovascular health. Foods for heart health. When it comes to staying healthy in your 70s and beyond, keeping your heart in top shape is essential. I've worked with many older adults who didn't realize just how much their diet was affecting their heart health until they made a few changes and saw dramatic improvements. Let me guide you through some heart-friendly foods and simple adjustments you can make to protect your heart for the long term. One of the most important steps is reducing your intake of saturated fats and trans fats, which are often found in fried foods, baked goods, and processed snacks, like chips or store-bought pastries. These fats can raise your LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, and increase the risk of heart disease. I remember working with a patient named Richard who loved his weekly fried chicken dinners. We switched him to grilled chicken marinated in olive oil and herbs, and he started using an air fryer for his occasional fried cravings. Over 6 months, his cholesterol levels improved, and he felt lighter and more energetic. Replacing unhealthy fats with healthier options is key. Olive oil is a fantastic alternative to butter or margarine, and it's rich in monounsaturated fats that are good for your heart. Another great choice is flaxseed oil, which also contains omega-3 fatty acids. You can drizzle these oils over salads or use them for light sautéing. Whole grains are another cornerstone of a heart-healthy diet. Foods like oats, quinoa, and brown rice are high in fiber, which helps lower cholesterol and maintain healthy blood pressure. A simple bowl of oatmeal in the morning, topped with some fresh berries, is an easy and delicious way to start your day. One of my patients, Susan, replaced her morning toast with oatmeal and added quinoa to her evening meals. She noticed not only improved digestion, but also more stable energy throughout the day. When it comes to protein, focusing on lean sources is crucial. Chicken, turkey, fish, and plant-based proteins like lentils and chickpeas are excellent choices. Fish like salmon and mackerel not only provide protein, but are also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which can help reduce inflammation and lower the risk of heart disease. I usually recommend having fish at least twice a week. If fish isn't your favorite, incorporating tofu or beans into soups, stews, or salads can be a tasty alternative. Incorporating more fruits and vegetables into your meals is another way to support your heart. Leafy greens like spinach and kale, as well as colorful vegetables like bell peppers, tomatoes, and carrots, are rich in potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure. Even simple adjustments like adding a handful of spinach to your omelet or having a side of steamed carrots with dinner can make a big difference over time. Nuts and seeds such as almonds, walnuts, and chia seeds are also heart-friendly snacks. They provide healthy fats, fiber, and antioxidants. Just keep portion sizes in mind, a small handful. A few times a week is enough to reap the benefits without overdoing the calories. Hydration plays a role in heart health too. Staying well hydrated helps your heart pump blood more effectively. I advise drinking water throughout the day and limiting sugary drinks, which can add unnecessary calories and affect your blood sugar levels. Making these small, consistent changes to your diet can have a profound impact on your heart health, leaving you feeling stronger and more energized. But remember, a strong heart also supports a sharper mind and better overall well-being. Now that we've explored how to take care of your heart, let's wrap up with some practical tips for putting all of this advice into action. 5. Tips for maintaining a healthy diet. Making changes to your diet can feel overwhelming at first, especially if you've been eating a certain way for years. But here's the good news. You don't have to overhaul everything all at once. In fact, small, consistent steps are often the most effective and sustainable. One of the best approaches I've seen with my patients is to start with one small change at a time. For example, if you're used to frying your meals, try switching to baking or grilling instead. If you're eating white bread or rice every day, substitute them with whole grain bread or brown rice a few times a week. A patient of mine, Linda, started by replacing her daily sugary dessert with fresh fruit like blueberries or strawberries. Over time, these small changes added up, and she not only felt healthier, but also discovered new foods she truly enjoyed. Another key to success is meal planning and prepping. Taking some time at the beginning of the week to prepare meals can make it much easier to stick to healthy choices. For example, cooking a batch of quinoa or roasting vegetables in advance gives you quick, nutritious options to add to your meals throughout the week. You could also portion out snacks like nuts or yogurt so they're ready when you need them. One of my patients, George, found that prepping his meals on Sundays helped him avoid reaching for processed snacks during busy days. Don't forget to listen to your body as you make changes. Pay attention to how certain foods make you feel, and don't be afraid to experiment with different recipes or ingredients. If you find that certain adjustments, like eating smaller, more frequent meals, work better for your energy levels and digestion, stick with them. It's also important to seek guidance when needed. If you're unsure about where to start or have specific health conditions like diabetes or heart disease, consulting a registered dietitian can be a game changer. A professional can help you create a personalized plan that fits your needs and preferences. They can also provide encouragement and accountability as you make changes. Hydration is another simple yet powerful tip. Drinking enough water throughout the day supports digestion, energy levels, and overall health. Keep a water bottle with you and try to sip regularly rather than waiting until you feel thirsty. If plain water feels boring, you can infuse it with slices of lemon, cucumber, or mint for a refreshing twist. Lastly, don't aim for perfection. Focus on progress. It's okay to enjoy your favorite indulgences occasionally. The key is balance. For instance, if you love pizza, try making it at home with a whole grain crust, plenty of veggies, and a sprinkle of cheese. You'll still get the flavors you love while making it a bit healthier. Taking care of your diet is one of the best gifts you can give yourself. Small changes, thoughtful planning, and a willingness to adapt can lead to a healthier, more vibrant life. Remember, it's never too late to start, and every step forward counts. So, let's take this journey together toward better health and well-being. Good nutrition isn't just about living longer, it's about living better. By understanding your body's needs, avoiding harmful foods, and embracing healthier choices, you can dramatically improve your quality of life. Small, consistent steps can lead to big changes, helping you feel more energetic, think more clearly, and keep your heart strong. Start making those changes today for your health, your happiness, and your future. You deserve a life filled with vitality, mental sharpness, and a healthy heart to enjoy every moment. Health is your most valuable asset. Cherish it, one meal at a time.